So is anybody else feeling the praise in this warm sensation at the fact that Customado took Mike Tyson underneath his wing and really helped him in his life when and where he needed it the most, turning him into the most exceptional boxer, while all at the same time feeling a little guilty, a little icky at the fact that he is being used for his physical capabilities to win fights? Yeah. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Mike. Once again, this is a new show available on Hulu, and this is episode 2, Monster. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Let's get into the episode. I cannot even hold off on it. Mike Tyson's mother is a whole piece of work, but boy, was she asking all the questions that we wanted the answers to in this episode. Customado is here and he is full of so much inspiration, wisdom, all of this built up from years of him being a really great trainer, really pushing his fighters to greatness. So much skill, so much technique, and he is so eager to bestow all of this on a really young, impressionable Mike Tyson, who is ready to receive it all because at least nobody's cursing me out, expecting the worst of me. He is being really nice to me. Not only do I want to make him proud and keep this good thing going, but hopefully in the process, I can make my mother proud too. So much motivation to a young Mike Tyson as a fighter. Not only is he touching on the physical part of fighting, but he makes it his business to make it a mental part. He gets so much, so deeply into Mike Tyson's brain about what it takes. I need you to be a savage. I need you to be a monster, no remorse. I need you to cut off all of your emotions and just physically be a big, strong gladiator who is ready to destroy at any time. It is all about, that physical strength and that mental capability to just take anybody out. But at no point has he helped him deal with any of his trauma, anything on the emotional front. And he is just literally sending him out there as this fucking beast. It's almost a little scary, the mind control that he had over him, especially at such a young age. He is still, 13, 14 at this point. And there is nothing else from nobody, just somebody in your ear telling you to be a savage, a beast, the best fighter. Not only giving you the physical capability, that strategy, that technique to just knock a nigga out, but mentally putting it in your head that you need to be this. And Mike feeling like he needs to be this because what else do I have? I don't have anybody. And if I'm not this attention is going to go away. Now, I bet any type of shmoney that if we had Gus or anybody else bestow this same attention, the likeness, the affection up on him and said, hey, you don't have to box. You can just go and do and be whatever you want to be. I'm still going to be here. I doubt he wouldn't have chose to be a boxer. That is something that he picked up on because all he knew was violence. And of course, being picked on in the neighborhood, he was a good fighter. But deep down, he was very much so a sensitive soul, just looking for someone to just give him some goddamn love. He got that in a sense from Customado, but it was on a whole different level. That's when we get into that double-edged sword of, hey, he really needed somebody to help him because he was going down the wrong path. And if he didn't, then he probably wouldn't have lived, to be past 20. But in that same token, we have Customado here who wouldn't have been as interested in Mike Tyson if he couldn't fight. And it also comes with that sense of using him for that purpose. That whole, you're my last great fighter, my last, hurrah, my last great gladiator, this is a great bond. So when we have situations going on Mike Tyson still stealing, all in Brownsville still, with that wrong element, and you have Customado kind of stepping in to save him, adopt him, get him out of that element, have him come live with him, it's, you know, that sense of love and protection, but there's also that sense of that love and protection for your asset. He is bringing in money and will eventually be in addition to your legacy. Not to say that Customado was doing all of this for all the wrong reasons, because you can see that there is a pure part to what he is doing for him, and that he does actually care, and that they do have a legitimate relationship, especially outside of everything that we saw happen with his mother so far. But we cannot pass over begging the question, why do you want to do this? When his mother asked, I was like, oh, finally, somebody's gonna ask. I was hoping that someone would, and it's just like, yeah, right now, you see his potential of what he can be, and, you know, him bringing in money and blah, 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 as this big fighter. What happens when he can't fight anymore? Are you still gonna want him? His mother is very much so negative, but she is a straight shooter. So I like the fact that she asked and she really cut straight to the point. And we also have this put a lot on a young Mike Tyson's shoulders of, you know, maybe I can use this to make my mother proud, but she is just so negative and thinks nothing of me because of who I have been in the past, that I just can't seem to do that. And then there's also the pressure of, I can't let Gus down. I have to soak up everything that he has to offer and do what he tells me to do, because I don't want this to go away. Because all of this love, affection, and attention that he is giving me could possibly go away. I have to be the greatest. I have to fight. I have to be a gladiator. I have to win. The alternative that I have is going to live in Brownsville, maybe losing my life, being with a mother who says, take him. He's only going to disappoint you. From that point on in the show, we focused a whole lot on Customado, all of his quirks, the way that he looks at things, and all of the influence that he has on Mike Tyson. He looks up to him so much, and he wants to be his best self. But we continue to see him straddle the fence of going back to his old neighborhood, still feeling like he doesn't deserve better, still very much looking for that admiration and that okay from his, you know, that a boy from his own mother that he is just not getting. But we do still have Gus encouraging him, having him win fight after fight. I love that strong impact that we have, you know, full screen focusing on the other fighter's face, and you have the impact of the punch and all the blood flying, because when Mike Tyson used to hit your ass back then, you got fucking hit and you were out. So I love that. But we just see him, you know, build himself up to be that big fighter right before Gus passes away. But I really did enjoy that conversation that he gets to have with him at that table after he wins his very first big fight. And it's just like, why are you so surprised that you won? What is this crying, all of this emotion? You are not allowed to do that. I need you to be arrogant. I need you to be mean. And it's just like, damn, it is horrible. It's almost love and affection within a relationship, but it's also kind of like a Frankenstein's monster type situation. Like, you are creating a ferocious beast who is just completely void of all emotions, and it's just wanting to destroy. Like, the fists were fucking dangerous, and it was really crazy to sit there and watch him just shut down all of a young Mike's emotion, and he is swallowing and soaking all of these things up because he wants so much for Gus to stay and remain by his side and be loving, be supportive, be that moving force in his life. But we also see a lot of death surrounding him and happening all at the same time. Not only does he lose his relationship with his mom, well, you know, whatever they had, but before he could really just get to where he needed to be, she didn't get to see that. And he makes Gus promise, like, I need you to be that for me. I need somebody who genuinely cares about me to see me be somebody. And he promises him that, but we slowly begin to see his health begin to fail. But we have progressed to the point that it is Trevante Rose, and he is, you know, that 18, 19, 20-year-old Mike, and he is a fucking beast. He is unstoppable. But at this point, with all of this death and him not being able to display any emotion and him just kind of being left completely alone, especially after Gus is gone, who is he left with? Nobody. Straight savages who are ready to just prey upon this 18, 19, 20-year-old champion who has nobody and is about to have gazillions of fucking dollars, it was a disaster waiting to happen. Well, you guys, that was my review for Mike episode 2, Monster. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please drop down and tell me what you thought about this video. I really did enjoy this episode, and I'm really getting into Trevante Rhodes' performance. I loved how he was able to portray so much emotion here, not only being strong, you know, vicious and masculine, but also giving that sincerity and that softness that we also know, you know, that other side that we know Mike Tyson for. I think he's doing a really good job, and I'm really looking forward to episode 3. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.